What the fuck? Welcome back to Maniacal Music Musings, everybody. It has been a long, restful 2 weeks since we departed and said goodbye to Led Zeppelin for basically ever at this point because it was 14 fucking weeks. I am done with Zeppelin for the next 15 years probably. But and thanks to Mr. Drewdaspriest in the other side of the thing here, that way. Um, we he picked a artist for this bracket that I couldn't be happier with because it's one of the ones I would have picked eventually. It was in my big wheel in case it landed on my name. I had a wheel of my own of 20 different brackets I wanted to do, and this was one of them. So, folks, we're about to take you on a journey through one of the most epic, storyful bands of all time that have been blowing away the world for the last 25 years. Like literally blowing away the world. They only release an album every
years.
They only release an album every 3 to 4 years, but their trilogies of albums are always fucking phenomenal, and each one gets better and better. I can't speak to this newest one yet. I want to hear another album out of it, but still, Here Be Dragons, I have opinions on. But welcome, folks, to the Avantasia 159 songs Spotify bracket. Yes, only 159 songs, unlike the 235 we did for Led Zeppelin. Thank God. Yeah, but of course, I already kind of introduced him, but ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent Drewdaspriest is back, and he won't be going anywhere for the next 10 weeks because this is his bracket. He better fucking be here.
You're fucking stuck with me.
10 weeks?
We did 14 for fucking Led Zeppelin.
You know what? 20 weeks. We got this.
And joining us again from 2 weeks ago, Mr. Dean from Family Plot Podcast has returned, as always, because he likes to hang with us, not because he particularly likes the music choices, but because he likes to hang with us. And, of course, I always have my co-host from the Asylum with Harley and Joker, Miss Harley Quinn herself, joining me.
Everybody.
And, folks, now you might say, who's this new face? Like, who's this guy? He isn't CJ. He isn't any of the Hub people. Who the fuck is this guy? Well, we had a kind of a last minute guest on the show this past week, and turns out he's a fucking, well, I won't call him a music god because CJ might get mad, but he's pretty damn close, and maybe
demigod.
Maybe music, yeah, right. Music demigod. We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Totally different.
So he's like the Hercules of music. I'll take that. That's good.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm going to run with that.
Folks, Mr. Steve Skaggs, he is a lot of things, but an audio engineer above all these days, and as you can see, he has a massive, massive music collection. So, behind him.
Let's go.
I assume that's all albums, at least. But, folks, you're about to get an earful about a band that you may not have heard of because, unfortunately, in this day and age, people don't know as much about Avantasia as they should because they like stupid pop music from America. So let us help educate the world and make them a little more in tune to the European metal scene. And if you don't know who Tobias Sammet is, fucking go look it up. Oh my God, it's
everything that man touches turns to gold.
Literally. But let's get started off. The way you see him on the screen is the way they go, with Andrew, of course, starting us off because it makes sense because he picked this. And Andrew, first matchup is going to be number 159 ranked, the lowest ranked song in this whole bracket, Creepshow, the extended version, going against number 80 ranked Memory from one of the metal operas. I can't remember which one.
I think that was 2, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct, but
I am going to go with Memory. I'm actually not the biggest fan of Creepshow. I think it's a great song, just not in this matchup.
All right. And Dean, as a first timer to this band, which way you want to go?
After listening to them both earlier today, I am not the expert that Drewdaspriest is, but I'm going to go with Creepshow. I enjoyed it.
Shit. Oh, actually, okay, this is easy. Because I did actually rank these, and unlike the Led Zeppelin bracket, my internet's gonna give me shit, isn't it? You fucking dick of an internet. But
And you
unlike the
don't know
Led
how to
Zeppelin,
spell today.
huh?
Don't you normally
I don't
do
know how
it
to
in
spell.
alphabetical order?
Oh fuck! I put us in the wrong windows. My bad. That's all right. I'd rather. What the fuck is going on with my internet, dude? It's pissing me off right now.
Well,
Poor
at least
guy
you're
needs a
still
laptop.
here.
Yeah, that's because I'm not trying to open another fucking window into this thing. But all right, Harley, which way you want to go before I get into my thing?
No, you could go before me today. It's unusual, so go ahead.
Oh, I don't like to go first, you know. But yeah, I actually ranked these as hard as it was. I mean, I could rank Zeppelin 1,000 times easier than this, and motherfucker. But this was hard to rank, a lot harder to rank. But Memory was actually my number 5 song on this whole list. It's Memories of a Haunted Past, and I love that as much as I love Creepshow. Creepshow is one. What the fuck is going on? Harley, are you doing that, or is it just doing it on its own?
No, I did it this time, but I didn't do it earlier.
Oh, I thought so. I'm like, but yeah, I like Creepshow as much as I do, but it's probably one of the best songs off the new album. But it's just Memory is just classic. The vocals on are so fucking amazing. But Harley, which way you want to go on this?
I'm gonna go with Memory.
Well, that does mean that Memory moves on. But which way would you have gone, Steve?
Well, I also ranked these.
My
And
man.
Creepshow was actually my favorite song out of the whole playlist. I know that sounds crazy, but I love just from a musical standpoint and the production value. When I listen to music now, I'm so big on like production value, and it kind of had that like overproduced metal feel that I love now. And then just like had the best riffs. I thought it was super catchy and had a great chorus. So yeah, I put Creepshow number 1. Memory was actually number 9 for me. So, but I can respect that. Memory will move on. It was still in my top 10.
Opera songs, like back in those days, they were just so heavy on the guitar compared to what they do nowadays. Like he had a lot more guitar players from different bands working with him back then, and they just went insane on the riffs back in the metal opera days.
Yeah, there was some great riffs throughout this whole thing, but I don't know what the Creepshow just immediately grabbed me.
I'm not gonna lie, Creepshow, like it's kind of like the new thing where like they make you feel like part of a community in their songs. Like it's almost like they're trying to do like a Juggalo thing or like a Deadhead thing where they're trying to make you feel like part of a community. And the video for Creepshow is actually pretty cool too. I like the video for it, but well, don't worry because the actual version of the regular version of Creepshow will be in this eventually too. That was just the extended. That was just the extended version. So. Thankfully, unlike Zeppelin, there's not that many alternate versions and lives in this bracket as there was in the other one. So, Advantageous has a shitload of songs from the last 25, 30 years. So, but that means Dean gets to start the next matchup, and it's going to be number 158 ranked Bring on the Night, the 80s version, versus Heart.
Bring on the night.
And Harley, which way you want to go?
I want to go with Heart.
I'm actually not sure which way I rank these. These are both. What the hell is? Actually, they're pretty close. All right, Bring on the Night actually takes my vote by a few, like 4 spots. I like the song Heart. I wasn't even that familiar with because that's from the Moonglow album. I'm thinking, and the Moonglow album was mid. It wasn't amazing for them. Like it was kind of a mid album. It had its moments, but we'll get to some of those songs in later parts. But Heart is just one of those songs that kind of glossed over because it wasn't amazing in any way. It just kind of sounded like an 80s metal song basically. But Bring on the Night's a great song. The 80s version is not as good as the regular version. I will say that, but you'll hear that probably the next part, I think. But which way you want to go, Steve?
It's funny because Heart was my 11 and Bring on the Night was my 12. But I picked Heart mainly for the panning guitar solo that was going on. I just thought that was cool how they did that. But yeah, so that was my 11-12. I'm going with Heart.
And Drew, that makes you the tiebreaker in this one.
And I hate doing this because now I feel like I have two of my kids and I have to choose which one's my favorite here. Because I do love both songs, but Heart, absolutely love that song. I love the Moonglow album. I can see where Avantasia fans have issues with that one, but honestly, I love majority of that album.
Well, see, here's the funny thing, dude, because that's the middle of a trilogy. So, Ghost Lights is one of my favorite albums I ever did. It got me back into them so hard from when I listened to them earlier in life, and then I love An Evening with the Paranormal Society. With the Paranormal Society, I fucking love that album. The theme song for my paranormal show is from that album. So I mean, I love that album. But Moonglow in the middle had a couple of decent tracks, and the rest of it was all kind of what the fuck is this? Which, I mean, maybe I'll learn to like some of them going back for this bracket, but it doesn't hold up to a lot of their other stuff they've done. But and anybody who doesn't know Avantasia has to understand they're like Manson's done his whole career. They're like a lot of metal artists done their whole careers where there's basically trilogies of albums that are a central theme, and then they go on to something else for another theme.
Yeah, Blaze Bailey does that. I'm actually really hoping he does something with Avantasia in the future.
I mean, it's always possible. You never know who they're going to bring on their next album. You never know. Tobias will just all of a sudden be like, guess who we got? And just drop an album full of names that you recognize. It's like, oh, shit. It's funny. He got Adrian Cohen to do his live stuff now, and CJ knows her. CJ's interviewed her, and he's friendly with her, because he loves Seven Spires, the band she's in. Which Seven Spires is a really fucking good band. I will say that. But we can't do a bracket for them yet because there's only 3 albums. But eventually, maybe. Well, Harley, you start off the next matchup. And it's going to be between number 157 ranked Against the Wind piano version or number 78 ranked Forever is a Long Time featuring Jorn Land from Beyond Twilight and Vagabond.
Forever is a Long Time.
It is. I mean, they're not lying on that song at least. But and how'd I rank these? Because I mean, I knew I was gonna be questioning my rankings as soon as I fucking made them. But where the fuck is the piano? Oh yeah, Against the Wind piano version is kind of like my number 30. So I didn't love it too much. I got to hear the original version again. I haven't listened to the new album so much. But Forever is a Long Time is number 18. I've loved that song for years. It's one of those songs you get a little tired of hearing after a while, but it's a really good song. And Jorn is always amazing in every song he's on for Avantasia. So I never listened to his other bands. I really should.
He briefly sang for Black Sabbath. While they were doing the Heaven and Hell title. Just after Dio passed away, they had a couple of dates left to do, and Jorn Land came out and did those final shows.
I can see that. Really, I mean, his name is synonymous in European metal. I know that, but you can find him everywhere. But which way did you want to go, Steve?
I'm going Forever is a Long Time. It was my 19 on my ranking, and Against the Wind was my 22. They weren't too far off.
We were actually pretty close on the Forever is a Long Time.
Yeah, we were.
But
I'm going to post my thing in the chat afterwards, so you guys, or I'll do it now.
Oh, dude, when you meet our friend Aaron, you're going to be so in love with each other.
He anally goes through and ranks everything.
I do this. I'm like that.
I should be doing it like that. I just give everything stars, and then I decide on the spot. Do I like this 4-star one better or this one?
Actually, that's funny. That's the way Lisa and Phil do it. So you're pretty good there, Andrew. But that means Drew. Which way did you want to go? Even though Forever is a Long Time is moving on.
I was actually gonna go Against the Wind. I love them both equally, but But I'm going to throw that pity vote out to Against the Wind so it doesn't go away completely empty-handed.
Well, as you know, the OG version of Against the Wind will be in another part of this bracket. But
Oh, thank God.
and I think I like that one a little better anyway. I don't remember, honestly. It's been a minute since I only listened to the new album when it first released. But
Because
I think
sometimes I just love those piano versions so much more, you know?
Yeah.
The piano really
But-
complements Tobias's voice.
There's just, well, the piano in one of the metal opera songs on this is fucking phenomenal. I'll get to that when we get to it, though. But which way you want to go, Dean?
Forever is a long time. Weirdly, because it's not really similar, but it gave me Lost Boys and Golden Girl vibes, like the Meatloaf tune, if you know Meatloaf at all. Steve's shaking his head, so at
Who
least
doesn't
I love
know
Meatloaf. I actually wrote a different song sounded like a Meatloaf song on here on my notes.
Oh, I mean, they definitely take influences from a lot of the artists that came before them, of course. But and actually, I'm honestly wouldn't be surprised that if Meatloaf didn't pass away, he would honestly probably work with them at some point.
Oh, hell
He
yeah.
He would have.
Absolutely.
Jim Ade was a cool guy.
I'm honestly I mean, he had plenty of chances to, but I'm honestly surprised that he never reached out to Ozzy to get him on a song. He would have probably done it if Tobias reached out. Ozzy probably would have said, "Sure, why not?" But he was never shy about taking on any song that somebody wanted him on. But
I don't know. I love Ozzy. Part of it's his music, but part of it is just who he became in his later years. That guy made me laugh so often.
Well, yeah. Once the drugs fucking took hold of his brain, he became a different person. That was hilarious. But it's just, I mean, fucking, he has one of the best scenes in all the Austin Power movies, and he's not even the star of the movie. It's just his one scene. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, he used to have a show he did with his son, where his son would show him paranormal videos, and Ozzy and Sharon would just give their reactions to them. And one was about a fire that started, and Jack said something about, well, we did have the mysterious fire that started in our home. And Ozzy's like, it's not mysterious. It's because she lights candles and forgets to put them out. And I'm just dying laughing. Like, okay, I didn't need
Dean, did you see the clip where they were talking about tossing salad?
Yes. Yeah, I love that show. So I watched it regularly.
I've heard of it. I just never actually had a chance to check it out.
Jeremy, you need to look that clip up. It is hilarious. Just that clip alone.
Harley, do you know how many fucking movies I have to watch for a sex horror movie bracket that I haven't even had a chance to start yet?
It's not a movie.
Oh my God,
it's just a little clip.
Drew, keep forgetting about it because it's going to be a while. I've watched 2 prequel movies to get to a third movie in a series for that bracket, and I haven't watched a third movie for the fucking... That's in the bracket yet.
Oh, God, bring on the Ilsa trilogy.
Witchcraft movies, but yeah.
Oh, those two. Oh.
There's like 13 of them, apparently, according to Tubi. But, well, that means I start off the next matchup, and it's going to be number 156 ranked Carry Me Over, the radio version, which I don't get why there's a radio version because there's no cursing in the original version, but whatever. And it's going against number 77 ranked Wake Up to the Moon, which Wake Up to the Moon is from Ghost Lights. Carry Me Over is from, I want to say, Scarecrow. I could be mistaken on that, but
yeah, it's Scarecrow album.
Okay, thought so. But yeah, Wake Up to the Moon was my number 12, and Carry Me Over was my number 28. Carry Me Over sounds too much like every fucking rock song to come out of the 70s and 80s, in my opinion. I really never was a big fan of that song, either version of it. Wake Up to the Moon is an amazing song that kind of fills you with hope. So I love the guitar on it. Plus, Tobias' voice in it is perfect. So Wake Up to the Moon gets my vote. Funny enough, actually, Ghost Lights was the first Avantasia album I ever brought on this show. And I kind of turned Chansey into an Avantasia liker after that. But which way you want to go, Steve?
All right, so we're similar here. Wake Up to the Moon was number 9 for me. It was like, I just love the power ballad feel, and this one really like was Maiden-esque. It just kind of had that Maiden, like later Maiden vibes to it. So that was my number 9, and Carry Me Over was my 31. I did not like the song very much, but really it was another recording issue I had with it. The switch from the digital drums to the real drums drove me crazy, how they mixed it, and just almost couldn't make it through when they had that little breakdown with the like electronic drums. It just the mix into the real drums just kind of threw me off.
And actually, maybe it's the radio version because it's shorter. I think that might be why. But that might be a timing thing. But you made me think of that, and I'm like, oh, that might be why. But Drew, which way you want to go?
I know I'm probably going to be a minority here. I sometimes am. But I actually absolutely love Carry Me Over. It was... I had already been listening to Avantasia. Like, at that point, I got the Metal Opera CDs, like, shortly after the release of the second one. And I've been, like, consistently getting each album as they came out. But Carry Me Over was one that a girlfriend I had at the time, like, really got into. She was not a metal person at all, but she heard that song and then started diving into Avantasia with me. So that was a gateway to having, like, a new, like, friend listening to metal with me, and also hand jobs while listening to the album.
I was going to say, you throw sex into it and every song sounds amazing. But
I mean, if I'm getting serenaded by Tobias Sammet while I'm getting handy, then
dude.
What's love but a second handy motion?
I'd like that song a lot too if I were you.
I would like a fucking Backstreet Boys song that much if I was getting handy to it, for fuck's sake. So,
but yeah, I mean, I love both songs, but I have like a little bit of an emotional attachment to, maybe not emotional, but
a hand attachment.
Yeah, there we go.
He might as well call you a fucking Skywalker with that damn hand attachment. But which way you want to go, Dean?
Which two songs are we comparing again? I've lost the plot thread. Sorry.
Dean got caught up in the hand job. I said Dean got caught up in the hand job apparently, but it was Carry Me Over. It was Carry Me Over versus Wake Up to the Moon.
Wake Up to the Moon, definitely. Kind of dug that tune. One of the few that I was like, oh, this has its own vibe, kind of.
When he came out with Ghost Lights, the first album in that trilogy, which Wake Up to the Moon is on, it was like a whole new direction for Avantasia, and they kind of embraced the paranormal side of life a little more, and I fucking loved it. But Harley, finish us off here. Which way you want to go?
Wake Up to the Moon.
Yeah, Wake Up to the Moon goes on with, and you're right, Drew, you're the minority.
Almost a sweep.
I had a feeling.
We haven't had a sweep yet, actually, which is actually kind of cool. But the next matchup is going to get started off by Steve. Your first matchup you get to start.
All right.
In any bracket. And it's going to be number 155 ranked Return to the Opera off of Here Be Dragons versus number 76 ranked The Watchmaker's Dream off of... What the fuck's name? The Mystery of Time. Yeah.
Okay, so these two were pretty close for me. I had Return to the Opera 18 and The Watchmaker's Dream 21. And mainly, I felt like The Watchmaker's Dream just kind of sounded a little more stale and very similar to other ones. Like it almost felt a little recycled. But Return to the Opera made it a little higher for me.
There was a good amount of songs off the Mystery of Time on this part of the bracket, so that might be why. Because it was a lot of them are from that album, and that album had a very specific theme.
Yeah, that probably had something to do with it.
It had, but that album had some of the coolest fucking artwork on the cover of like these little like gnome figures.
Yeah, the artwork was sick. I was expecting more from it, honestly. The artwork was sick, and I noticed that a lot of those songs were higher from that album on my list. But that one, just I don't know, that one it just felt a little stiff.
Yeah, well, I mean, Drew, did you get a hand drop to that one too? But but no, it freaking that one tells a very specific story, and that's kind of the thing. You have to dig this. You have to know the whole album to kind of get that story. But
right,
or the whole trilogy of albums, honestly, because that trilogy of albums is very story driven, very. But um, almost like I almost want to say those aren't that you can't do standalone songs from those albums. Really, you have to know the whole story. But Drew, which way you want to go?
Well, it was the Watchmaker's Dream and what?
Return to the Opera.
This is a harder one. I think I'm going to go Return of the Opera on this one.
You keep making me want to ask the same question over and over again, dude. Are we not doing phrasing anymore? God damn it. But pulling Archer here. But which way you want to go, Dean?
I guess I'm going to be the disappointment. I'm going to go with the Watchmaker's Dream, but only because it gave me Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen vibes. And you link to a comic book, and I'm there. I am all the way there. And yeah.
Not a disappointment. It's still a great fucking song.
Well, and you're not going to be alone, I don't think. But Harley, which way you want to go?
Return to the Opera.
You're fucking killing me. I was so hoping for the tiebreaker on that one. I really was. But God damn it. Okay, the right button. But yeah, I had Watchmaker's Dream at number 11 on mine. I always have loved that song. But Return to the Opera was at number 17. Not far off, but I just Return to the Opera is off the newest album, and I honestly didn't even remember hearing that song ever. So when I've listened to it like a lot this last week, and I like that song. It kind of tells a story, but it's just I don't know. It's Return to the Opera. You'd think they'd be going back to their operatic roots a little more, but they don't do that unless that's the next album. Because they give hints on their next albums, like in every album, and in the other song on this, Everybody's Here to the End. They say like everybody's here to the end of something. I don't know what something is, but it's got to be what their next album's going to be. So if they call the next album something, I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off. Just saying, but Return to the Opera
Tobias also does love his long titles too.
I mean, well, he's like me. A good title is everything. That's why I name my podcast.
Normal Evening at the Moonflower Society.
But he named it perfectly because that's what it's about. Like the videos for that fucking album are incredible.
Oh yeah, no, he was not wrong. It's just that title just doesn't roll off the tongue as easily as Moonglow.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't. You're right.
But I grew up in the 80s when we had a whole channel for videos.
Yeah, I remember those good days. But which way, Drew? You're going to be starting the next matchup off, and it's an interesting one. We have our first live song going into this, which is they don't do too much live. But number 154 ranked "The Toy Master" featuring Amanda Somerville live versus number 75 ranked "Where Clock Hands Freeze," also off of Mystery of Time.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Toy Master. I prefer the Alice Cooper version from the album, but
yeah.
I think overall it's still a better song.
At the time of that, Amanda Somerville was the touring female singer for Avantasia, and she's mainly famous just for doing guest spots and other people's stuff. Her and Michael Kiske.
She's taken on a lot of different like heavy tasks, just being their live singer.
Oh yeah, I mean it. And she left Avantasia for personal reasons after like 6 or 7 albums because she just couldn't. I think she's got tired of how busy they were. But I mean, it's funny because she has a band called Somerville Kiske with Michael Kiske, one of the other people who's on a lot of these songs because he's a huge Avantasia too. And that's why when they do ballads together, like some of the ones on this list, they are very good at doing ballads together because they've worked together so often with those types of songs. But which one did you like better, Dean?
Toy Master, because it reminded me of an Alice Cooper song.
Well, it's funny because it is an Alice Cooper song, the original version, but he's not going to go on tour with them. So, I mean, obviously he wasn't there to do his part. But Harley, are you there, or are you still stepping away? All right, I'm assuming she stepped away, so I'll take mine first. But I had Toymaster Live at number 7 ranked because I actually thought the live was really well done. I think it's from Flying Opera. I'm not positive on that though. And where Clock Hands Freeze is my number 10, so they were pretty close. I always liked Where Clock Hands Freeze, but you could get stuck in a wormhole with any Mystery Time song because it's like they make you think about things and they make everything like it's almost like what if time didn't exist in that album. It's like it'll send you down a conundrum for a long time if you really think about it, and if you're that stoned, which I have been listening to that album, so you know. But Harley, now that you're back, which way do you want to go? Toymaster Live or Where Clock Hands Freeze?
You're muted.
The second one.
Where Clock Hands Freeze gets a vote, even though it already lost. But which way do you want to go, Steve?
I'm also going Where Clock Hands Freeze. That was my 13, and the Toymaster Live. You guys will be disappointed now, but that was my 28. The live recording just wasn't getting it for me.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it definitely wasn't the best live on this whole thing. The best live in this whole thing was actually my number 1 ranked. But it's just I had to put it up there because I love the Alice Cooper version, and Toymaster is one of the songs that got me into Avantasia. Because Toymaster's off the Scarecrow album, which that I was looking at Nightwish, the new Nightwish album on Apple Music back in the day, buying the album, and guess what should pop up in music recommended if you like Nightwish. The first album there was Scarecrow by Avantasia. So I literally hit play on Scarecrow and on Toymaster, and I found a new favorite band for life. This is back in
then. That must have been Nightwish debuting with Annette Olsen.
Yeah, it was Imaginarium, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, because it was 2007, 2008, so yeah, around that. No, it was 2008, 2009, so yeah, it had to be Annette Olsen. But even though
I'm a tough critic on live recordings.
Oh,
I was gonna say I can't think of one band that does great live music. It's why when I've gone to see live, it's usually people like Alice Cooper, because you're not there to hear the music as much as you are to see what he's going to do on stage.
Ironically, I always thought Alice Cooper sounded better live.
Yeah, I'm a juggalo, so ICP Live is one of the greatest things you've ever seen in your life.
You're not at the Gathering?
I never have been to the Gathering. I feel like I would get in trouble at the Gathering.
I respect your juggalo, but my thing with ICP has always been I really liked the Great Malenko. I didn't really like anything that came after it. Like some of it's okay, but nothing rose to that level.
Well, Great Malenko's the greatest thing they ever fucking done. I'm not gonna deny that. But I liked until their last 2 Joker's cards. I haven't heard the one that came out this past weekend, The Gathering, but it's supposedly it's their last one. Supposedly they're done with Joker cards now, and they're done with their main albums. I think they're done with music actually. I think they're just going to do live shows and do wrestling mainly. But
shit, yeah, Megadeth just announced their retirement too.
Well,
tough year for musicians.
And the other thing is, I know that while they became friends later, the first interaction between Mick Foley and ICP was not a good one.
Well, Violent J has a very good way of rubbing people the wrong way.
Well, no, it's because for a long time they sold videos at their concerts that featured Foley's King of Death match from Japan, but they had scrubbed the audio
tapes.
Yeah, they scrubbed the audio and replaced it. Foley was not thrilled with that.
I can see.
When they turned up in the WWE, he and other performers met them backstage to explain why they were upset about that. But then later they became because Mick Foley's the nicest guy in the world. They became friends, and then he wound up playing Cactus Sack in some movie they did. Anyway,
Big Money Hustlers.
Big Money Hustlers. Yep, classic. But Well, that means that Dean, you get to start off the next matchup, and it's
Woohoo.
going to be it's. Oh, actually, I never looked at where he's from. It's going to be. Conception. Okay. Oh, Camelot, dude. Duh. It's going to be number 153 ranked. Everybody's here until the end, featuring Roy Khan of Conception and Camelot, going against number 74 ranked Chalice of Agony from Metal Opera Part 1, I believe.
I didn't love either of these songs, so this isn't easy for me, but I suppose I liked Chalice of Agony a bit more. Or I didn't not like it as much as the other. Chalice of Agony. Chalice of Agony, that's where I'm going.
And Harley?
What were the options?
Chalice of Agony and Everybody's Here Until the End.
Everybody's Here till the end.
Yeah. Chalice of Agony is my number 9 rank. I fucking love that song. It's one of my favorite songs from Metal Opera. Everybody's Here Until the End. I put at number 24 rank. It's off their newest album, Here Be Dragons, and I can't get into that album like I could every other album they ever put out before that. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's something about this fucking new album. I feel like I need to hear the second album in the trilogy to really get into it. But and I don't like the chorus. Everybody's here until the end of something. Like, it sounds like a lazy fucking chorus to me. Like, you couldn't think of anything better to write. Like, it just sounds lazy. But unless he's doing like a hint towards the next album, like, that's the only thing I could think of that would really make sense for Tobias. But and then I should say, I feel like I should have fucking bought a top hat to wear for this bracket, because Tobias always wears his top hat everywhere. But
Next one.
I have the money to do that. But which way you want to go, Steve?
We actually shared something in this, which is funny. But Chalice of Agony was my number 5. I really like this one. Super powerful vocals, has a great chorus, and Everybody's Here Until the End was my 24. Just like, and really, it just felt like a 5-minute breakdown. Like, it never really felt like it got going. I just was waiting for it to kind of start, and it just kind of puttered around through the whole thing. So I'm going Chalice of Agony.
And you know what's got me worried, Drew? The way he says Everybody's Here to the end of something. Like, is he writing like that 2 more albums to do this trilogy, and then he's saying Advantage is done? Like, that's what kind of has me worried. Like, is he ending it?
You know, Megadeth just did the fucking countdown thing, and that was to announce like this next album is their retirement. You know, like, this is coming off the heels of Ozzy passing away. Like, this is not a good year to be a metal fan.
Megadeth has been around for a fucking shitload longer. Maybe not longer than altogether with his Ed Guy career as well, but still, like, Avantasia still has life in it, I think. And there's so many new and upcoming metal artists in the European scene that he could fucking bring into the band. So
it might just be the end of the trilogy format too. I imagine that would take a lot out of your writing.
I mean, it could. There's a reason it takes 3 years, 4 years to write a fucking album. But which way do you want to go, Drew?
I'm actually going to go Chalice of Agony on this one. I'm actually going to go with the group on this one. With most of the group. I don't know. The last album, it's just taken me a little bit of time to really like get into it as much. It's still a great album, but like, it didn't grab me and just like pull me in, like I heard the Metal Opera did.
I mean, when Here Be Dragons the single Here Be Dragons came out, I was like, all right, I dig this. And then freaking Creepshow came out with the music video, and I was like, all right, I love this fucking song.
The one song that like grabbed me and like smacked the shit out of me and like got my attention was The Witch. So
that's the epic song. Every album has one epic fucking song, and that's the epic song. But
yeah.
It's
But between these two songs, I'm going Chalice of Agony. I got to go old school on this.
yeah. I mean, the metal opera, I could literally listen to those two albums like on repeat nonstop and never get sick of it. But just the singing in it, like the fucking backup singing, the fucking chanting, like the fucking like 2-minute screams, like it fucking it's just that's what metal should be. But that means that means Harley gets to start the last matchup in this half of round one, and I don't like this matchup at all. But number 152 ranked Harley, Death is Just a Feeling, the alternate version, versus number 73 ranked In My Defense.
In My Defense.
In My Defense is my number 29 ranked song. I fucking have always hated that song. I always felt like it was just such a horrible song. It's too soft for Avantasia, in my opinion. But Death is Just a Feeling, alternate version was my number 16. It wasn't that high up. I mean, I like the original version of the Jet. That's just a feeling, a tad bit more. But I do love the alternate version because it has like that Addams Family Wednesday like music vibes to it. Like you almost hear like that background noise from like the Addams Family movies in the 90s, and it's like, ooh, like I kind of dig the creepiness behind it, like that. I can't vocalize what it does, but it's just I hear Addams Family in that for some reason. But Steve, which way you want to go?
So we were kind of flipped on this one. I actually had In My Defense as my 17, and Death is Just a Feeling alt version is my 26. So we kind of were the swap on that one. Yeah, I don't know why. I kind of liked In My Defense.
It's too I don't even know how to describe it. It's too slow rock to me. Like I almost feel like it should be a fucking Phil Collins song or some shit. Like I don't know. I never can get I never could get into it. For as long as I've been into Avantasia, I never get into. That's one of the songs I never got into. But there's another one of those in this too. But we'll get to that. But which way would you go? You want to go, Drew?
Yeah, I love In My Defense. I really do. But Death is Just a Feeling. Like, I fucking love that one. Like, dead or alive. Like, how do you not get into that? That's one of my favorite songs on this particular bracket of songs.
Well, and that makes Dean the tiebreaker. Which way you want to go?
Choose wisely.
Um,
There is a right answer this time.
Yeah, I hear that in your voice, and I feel like I'm going to disappoint you because I really liked In My Defense.
You still chose well.
I mean,
that was a tough pick even for me.
It's just too poppy with that whole I'm just a singer with a song. I'm like, oh God, shoot me now. Like, why? Like, I actually meant to start this whole fucking show by just start like belting out like I'm just a podcaster with a podcast. But like it was just I don't fucking know. But the first half of round one has been decided. And folks, this is only gonna get harder, well, especially if Drew's X is around. For the next half. I'm a lefty here. So
You might be watching.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll be here all week. Make sure you try the veal.
But that means Jesus fucking Christ. That means I start off the other side of round one for this one. And it's going to be number 119, Lost in Space, featuring Amanda Somerville, live in Gate Studio, versus, which I believe is off, like, Lost in Space was its own freaking, like, first mini album they did with just, like, multiple versions of Lost in Space. But it's going to get number 40 ranked Inside, which was from Metal Opera Part 1, I'm pretty sure. I get the parts confused sometimes, but I'm pretty sure that was part 1.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I bought the albums literally the same day and have always listened to them back to back, so I couldn't tell you really which one is which part.
Here's how I remember. I like
fucking
the songs part.
Journey.
Well, no, here's how I remember, Drew. I like the songs of part 2 a fucking hell of a lot more. So that's how I remember. But part 2 was metal as fuck. But these are both pretty low ranked in my fucking rankings.
I think part 1 had more songs that I love, but part 2 had the songs I fucking loved.
You just so sound like the blonde chick from Big Mouth when you said that. But
Was not my intent.
Lost in Space was so my number 31 because I never have liked that song, and a live version of it is boring as fuck. As much as I love Amanda Somerville's voice, and she's one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen, I just don't like that song. Inside, it's ranked number 25 for me. It still isn't that high. That song is just, it's too wannabe like 70s pop. And I mean, I always die laughing at the chorus. So deep inside. Sounds like my wedding night. But yeah, I mean, I have to go with Inside because it's better than that fucking song. But which way you want to go, Steve?
We're almost exactly the same. 25 was Inside for me. It just felt like it never went anywhere. The build-up just kind of was just like going somewhere and didn't. And then Lost in Space was my 32. That was a rough listen, honestly. So
the regular version of it isn't horrible, but I mean it's just
it's just not a good live. Again, I'm hard to please on live recordings. Every now and then I'll hear one that's just incredible. Like I used to collect Social Distortion live vinyls. I would like get them in, like people would bootleg Social D live vinyls, and they were just incredible. And then some of them like were amazing, but it's really rare that I'm into live recordings.
I usually hate live music. I went on a rant down show for like 20 minutes one time about how horrible live album, because it was a live album show, and I got fucking furious, and I was like, I had a few Budweisers in me, and I was fucking like, I went on a rant. I'm like, I fucking hate live music, and my co-host at the time was just like, it was not CJ then. It was still the original co-host, and he's just like, after the show, he's like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you have to go on a fucking 20-minute rant about how much you hate lives? So I'm like, I fucking hate lives, but there's very little exceptions to that rule.
I loved live music as a kid, and I would collect like whatever live bootleg I could get, like in particular Black Sabbath and Megadeth.
The drums on some of those Black Sabbath live records sound better than the drums on their recordings.
And
so
I
had to get all the live shows for like the non-Ozzy, non-Dio singers, because I'm just a huge fan of that stuff, and there's like so little of it out there.
Right.
I feel like doing some parts of Led Zeppelin made me hate lives a lot more, but it really did. But which way you want to go, Drew? You want to go Lost in Space, or you want to go Inside?
I'm actually going to go Lost in Space. I mean, I think I love the song anyway. I don't think that this is a boring live track. I think it's actually a really good track. Not as good as the original song, but I mean, the original song is like, that's the big hit. That's the one that like kind of gave Avantasia a semi-mainstream hit.
Yeah.
And it was the first song. They were like, holy shit, that came out on the Scarecrow, and then like within a very short period, they were like, yeah, Lost in Space needs its own mini album. Here's 2 studio versions, and I think 2 live versions of it, plus a slew of other songs that didn't make it onto the Scarecrow, like The Story Ain't Over, which is another good one. I think that's on this part.
A live version of it is. But which way you want to go, Dean?
Inside. I didn't like either of these songs, but that's the one I disliked the least.
That's how I feel. But Harley, which way do you want to go? Did you want to go Inside or get Lost in Space?
Inside.
Well, I know you do. But that means the next matchup. Oh, fuck. Here you go, Drew. This is what we're just talking about. Get started off by Steve, and it's number 118, The Story Ain't Over, live, versus number 39 ranked, The Inmost Light, featuring Michael Kiske from Halloween.
What was the second one?
The Inmost Light.
Inmost Light. I'm looking at my ranking real quick. Oh, well, the Inmost Light was my number 2. I love the fast drums, the pounding drums, and the choir in the background. Yeah, this was a great one. The Story Ain't Over live. The only thing I wrote in my notes was I hate live albums 90% of the time. So that one is my number 30. So not a fair matchup at all.
Oh, we're actually close on that. But Andrew, which way you want to go?
Shit. What was the second choice?
Inmost Light.
Straight Over and what?
Inmost Light.
Inmost Light. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go Inmost Light on this one. I love The Story Ain't Over, but I love the studio track way more.
Yeah. And which way you want to go, Dean?
I can't believe I'm doing this because I've never liked Halloween. I've always felt like they sound like they're trying to be other bands. So, but Inmost Light.
I have actually never checked out Halloween. I always wanted to. I never had a chance to. But
well, I've been told I'm wrong. In fact, I had a friend of mine like, no, you got to go online because they did a concert and all the old guys reunited with the new guys. And they made fun of one of the old guys because he's bald. And I'm like, this is not a reason to watch them to me. I don't know what you're talking about. But...
Oh, it's Michael Kiske. He's bald as fuck. But I mean, Kiske has been on a lot of Advantageous stuff since the beginning. He's worked really closely with Tobias through every album, basically. He kind of gave him a new life after Halloween, after he left Halloween. But which way did he want to go, Harley?
The non-live one.
And folks, that means we have our first sweep of the night because The Story Ain't Over was literally my number fucking 32. I'm not a big fan of that song to begin with, but the live version is just fucking trash. And the Inmost Light was like number 14. I mean, it's off. That's an Evening with the Paranormal Society, if I'm not wrong, Drew. I think.
I honestly don't recall. Not offhand. It might be.
It's gonna piss me off now if I don't look at it. It's off that trilogy, I know that much, but and I can't even fucking find it now. Oh, fuck you. Oh, yeah, I was right. I was 100% right. It is an Evening with the Paranormal Society. I like that song. It's just there's too many metal opera songs in this for that to be higher. But that means that, Drew, you get to start off the next one. It's number 117 ranked, Return to Avantasia, versus number 38 ranked, Runaway Train, featuring Bob Catley from Magnum, Jorn Lande, and Michael Kiske, all in one epic song.
That is an epic build-up, but
keep in mind, Return to Avantasia is the minute-and-a-half instrumental.
Oh, all right. Wait a minute. Yeah. All right. I don't know which one I was thinking of then. Yeah. We're not going the instrumental on this one now.
Runaway Train gets a vote. And Dean, which way you want to go?
I'm going to go with Runaway Train.
And Harley?
Okay, you already know how I am with instrumentals. I will turn it off because I can't focus on it with my ADHD. So the one that's not the instrumental.
Well, here's the thing about that though. I mean, it's not ADHD for me. It's just instrumentals are boring without lyrics. But I usually feel the same way. But Return to Avantasia was my number 26 ranked because there was a lot worse. There's a good amount of worse songs on this bracket, on this part. And Runaway Train was my number 13 because it's one of those songs I fell in love with early. it's almost. I think it's Bob Catley being on from Magnum that makes it sound like too hair metal for me, like a little too hair metal. But I fucking love Runaway Train. Like the three singers' voices just going back and forth, like makes it like a beautiful blend. But it's just not the highest ranked thing, but it's better than fucking instrumental. So even though it's a beautiful instrumental, I will say that like they do a really good job with it. It sounds movie quality. But which way you want to go, Steve?
Well, I had Runaway Train as my 20, and this was one of the ones that I put really reminded me as a Meatloaf song. And then I had Return to Avantasia as my 29.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad song. It was short and it didn't have a lot to go off of. So
Yeah, it was just kind of like it gave you a break between the two. When the album kind of broke. I think Return to Avantasia is off Metal Opera. I want to say one of them. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's off of Lost in Space. It was off the Lost in Space album. So it was just like I think it was the opener. But this next album, this next matchup is gonna get started off by where the fuck were we? Oh, by Dean, and it's number 116 ranked Scars featuring Jeff Tate from Queensryche versus number 37 The Haunting from Ghost Lights, and Scars is from Moonglow.
The Haunting. I felt like it did a better job of reaching me with the subject matter.
I don't disagree. And Dean, which way you want to?
Didn't I just go?
He wants you to go again.
you get two votes.
I could have swore I thought that was Drew. But which way you want to go, Harley?
The Haunting.
And I had The Haunting as number 8 ranked. I fucking love The Haunting. As a paranormal lover, it just got me in those creepy. I didn't like it at first when I first heard it years ago, but it kind of grew on me. And the background music in it and like the chanting is just fucking amazing. Scars is number 20 for me. I like it. Oh, I always liked it, but Moonglow, like I said, is the weak album of that trilogy. So The Haunting gets my vote as well. But which makes it win? But which way do you want to go, Steve?
We're actually the opposite. I had Scars as my number 8, mainly because it really was like a Maiden song. And then I had The Haunting was my number 23. Like it, but it just I liked Scars better.
Haunting is creepy as fuck. I mean, it's supposed to be from like a ghost perspective, but
right,
like I'm with you every night. Like that's like, oh, like that hits you in like the creepy vibes. But it's a beautifully done song. Scars isn't bad. It's an epic song. It's Queensryche. It's fucking the original singer from Queensryche, so you gotta love it. But it's just it was opposite for me. Drew, what do you think?
I was actually going to go Scars on this one as well.
Well, you lost. But
do you know why I like The Haunting?
Though? Listen to Avantasia.
I'll tell you why I like The Haunting. There's a story I read a long time ago. Basically, it was a story that used to be told during the Middle Ages, but guy wakes up, right? He's outside. He doesn't know how he's got outside, but he wants to go home. So he tries to open the door. Well, the door won't open. So then he climbs the trellis right up to his window, and he sees his wife sleeping, and she's so much older than the last time he saw her. And then she wakes up and looks at him in the window and points and screams, and that's when he realizes he's dead. And The Haunting reminded me of that.
And honestly, if that was an old like medieval legend, it might have been what they took the song from. It honestly could have been because they're from Europe, so that they're a very European oriented band. So that very well could have been where it came from. I wouldn't doubt it. But that means that Harley starts the next matchup, and I hate this matchup. But it's number 115, Ride the Sky, which I what album is that from? I always forget. Oh, it's from the Lost in Space album too. Yeah, a lot of Lost in Space in this. Versus number 36 ranked What Kind of Love, featuring Amanda Somerville and Michael Kiske from the Scarecrow album.
What kind of love?
Well, it's like I said, Somerville Kiske is a band that did 2 albums together. So it's they're good at ballads, and What Kind of Love is an amazing ballad. Which What Kind of Love is my number 21 ranked, and Ride the Sky is my number 27 ranked. Ride the Sky sounds too 80s metal to me. It sounds like 80s metal 100%. Like it seems out of time with Avantasia. Like that guitar is just such I could almost hear it being like early Bon Jovi or maybe even Damn Yankees or one of those sets of bands. But yeah, What Kind of Love got my vote by a little bit. Which way you want to go, Steve?
Well, What Kind of Love actually was my number 7 because I really like the vocals on this one a lot. Recording and performance, it was just great. And then Ride the Sky was my 15. I like this song too, honestly. Like I thought the drum fills were really cool. The guitar riff during the breakdown had like an ominous kind of thing going on. Felt a little evil. So I do get that 80s thing you're talking about. But I liked it, but I'm going to go What Kind of Love.
You actually just made me think of it. Ride the Sky, it reminds me of Aces High by Iron Maiden.
That, yeah, I definitely.
It has that guitar, it has that vibe to it. Like, but which way you want to go, Drew?
I don't know that I picked up a Iron Maiden vibe for it, especially comparing it to Aces High, because I'm not really a fan of that song. But Ride the Sky, oh god damn, I fucking love that song. I don't even remember what is it up against.
What kind of love?
Another great song, but yeah, I'm going to stick with Ride the Sky.
And Dean, which way would you have gone?
What Kind of Love?
It's a good ballad. It's a really good ballad.
My buddy Rob just texted me. He's watching this, and he said, "Boo, Scar didn't get enough love."
Well, that means that I start the next matchup, and it's number 114 ranked Rat Race featuring Bruce Kulick, guitarist for Grand Funk Railroad and Yorn Land, going against number 35 ranked Master of the Pendulum from Ghost Lights, and Rat Race is from Scarecrow, I want to say.
No, Rat Race. I forget which album it was, but there was a year where they did 2 albums released on the same day, and it was
Angel of Babylon. It was Angel of Babylon.
Yes, yeah. I forget what the other album was, but yeah.
Oh wow. I think it was Angel of Babylon and Mystery of Time same day, but
not Mystery of Time, but there was another. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
2 albums the same day, and I don't
actually.
It's like Metal Opera 1 and 2, you know? I don't remember which one's which.
But actually, it's pretty funny because I'm pretty sure every Avantasia album is like represented in this part of the bracket already. And this is the only song I'm pretty sure from Angel Babylon. I don't think there is another one.
It's a fucking solid album, so it's probably greatly represented in one of the future parts.
I mean, every song we have on Spotify is on this bracket at some point. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely there. But for me personally, Rat Race was my number 22, and Master of the Pendulum is my number fucking 6. Master of the Pendulum is one of the most beautifully crafted songs of all time. Like, that whole chorus of, like, tick-tock, tick-tock, someone's watching over you. Like, I love the fucking way they sing that chorus. Like, that song pumps you up so fucking hard. And the lyrics are just fucking phenomenal. Like, I can't begin to recite them, but every lyric in that song is fucking phenomenal. And Rat Race, I never liked. It was just one of those songs. It was too 80s metal too, like for them. Like I just never liked Rat Race. I mean, I get the guitar is going to sound like that because it's fucking Grand Funk Railroad, but I just never liked that song. I kind of learned like a little more of this part of the bracket compared to when I used to listen to the albums like that, but it's just I don't know. It was too similar to other shit for me. But which way you want to go, Steve?
I like both of these, but Rat Race was my number 6 because of the nostalgic 80s riff, which is part of my notes. And the biggest reason I picked as my number 6 was it was my favorite bass tone on the whole bracket. The bass tone was awesome on here. Master of the Pendulum was my 14, which I wrote in my notes. I love the riff and the keys and the very catchy chorus. So both good songs, but I'm going Rat Race.
Drew, what do you think?
This is a tough one because I honestly absolutely love both fucking songs. They're both my favorite song on their respective albums. Rat Race is fucking top notch. I can't find a single fucking thing to pick apart that I don't like about it. But Master of the Pendulum it's incredible. I got to go with that one.
Master of the Pendulum is one of those songs where if you don't play it perfectly, you have to start over. Like you get to the middle and you fuck up on one note or one perfect timing for a lyric, and you're just gonna be like, "Fuck, now I gotta start over." Like there's no
one that I've tried to sing several times over, and I can't get that speed.
That speed with the fucking way Tobias sings in that. It's just like, oh my god, like it's. I fucking love it. I can't compare it to anything else I know because it's just such a fucking good song. But which way do you want to go, Dean?
First of all, quit knocking 80s metal. I mean, without it, the Darkness would never have had a career.
I'm not knocking 80s metal. I love 80s metal. It's at a place in Avantasia to me. I love 80s metal. Trust me on that one.
I was going to say, without 80s metal, the Darkness never would have had a career. And then we would never have seen those unitards, would we? Okay, then. And then Master of the Pendulum. Yeah, that song was fire.
The Darkness. I believe in a thing called love.
Isn't that the only song?
Actually, no. My former co-host Chancey brought that album on the show. I had to listen to that whole fucking album. I fucking hate him for that shit. But
I was like, how are you friends with him after that?
Well, but I unfortunately. Oh, and your buddy Robert says Rat Race. But
yeah.
But which way do you want to go, Harley? Harley, you're muted. Ladies and gentlemen, Harley has left the building.
I'm back. Oh. My computer froze.
Oh. Which way you want to go, even though it doesn't matter?
What were the options?
Rat Race and
Master of the Pendulum.
I'll go with Rat Race.
Yeah, well, you lost.
We made it a little closer.
Oh my God. Okay. I swear to God.
Honestly, I thought that was going to be a closer.
I already showed that, Harley. Calm down. But
you know what? You handle that part. I'll handle this part. Thank you very much.
I got two big hands. I can handle everything. Thank you. But these next two matchups, the last two matchups of this round, might give me a heart attack, might make me get an erection, or might make me fucking throw shit across the room. Just a heads up. Like, I am so torn on these last two matchups. But it's like four amazing songs put into two matchups. What the fuck? Why couldn't they take out all the shit before it? But Steve gets started the next matchup. And it's gonna be number 113 ranked Arabesque featuring Yorn and Michael Kiske, or number 34 ranked The Final Sacrifice from Metal Opera Part 2. And Arabesque is from Paranormal Night with the Moonflower Society.
So for me, The Final Sacrifice was my number 3. I love the aggressive switch to the hooks. I love the chorus on this one in general. It was great. And Arabesque was my 16, which I wrote in my notes that the lead was cool and I like the strings and tucked in the background. But yeah, I'm going Final Sacrifice.
16, just fucking 6. God fucking damn it! But
I'm just one vote here. There's 4 others who could save it.
Drew, no.
I'm his co-host on the other show, and I like to piss him off, so I'll probably do whatever just to piss him off.
Because she knows what she knows what it leads to eventually. So But Drew, which way you want to go?
This is a tough one because honestly, I thought you would have went metal opera anyway. But I'm going to go arabesque.
You're talking to me because I didn't vote yet. I'm hoping to be the fucking tiebreaker on this one. I got fucking damn honest. But
well, I'm sure you will.
Well, I don't know about that. But Dean, which way you want to go?
I'm going to go with arabesque. It was delightfully creepy.
Yeah, there are so many fucking elements to that song. It's beyond belief. But Harley, which way you want to go?
I'm going with whatever Steve voted with.
All right.
Well, Harley,
we're gonna lose anyway.
You did exactly what I wanted you to do because I am now the tiebreaker. And here's the funny thing: number 2 versus number 4 in my fucking rankings. Final Sacrifice is one of the best songs off both metal opera albums. Are you ready for the brimstone? Bow, down, down, down. Like fucking, that is such pure metal to me. Like that song is just, I love both of these songs so fucking much that it's literally like killing a child to get rid of one. Like they should have both been in the finals for fuck's sake. Like they're both incredible fucking songs. And you want to know what the fuck part is? My top 4 are in these 2 fucking matchups. But yeah, arabesque. I didn't like arabesque at first when I first heard it. It took me a few because there's so many fucking elements to it. You have to listen to it multiple times to get every element of it. Like the fucking bagpipes in the beginning, and then the fucking like almost Sahara sounding music like in the fucking middle. Like I fucking love all the elements of it. It tells a story. And it's Michael Kiske is fucking amazing in songs like that. So like he fucking sold the lyrics on it 100%. And Yorn is fucking always incredible too. There's a song they did like it on Moonlight, which is the best song in Moonlight. But I'll get to that when we get to that in another part. Which it's a child of sorts. But Arabesque is 100% getting the fucking win. It's my number 2. And it only got beat out by the song that got me into fucking Aventasia in my rankings. And Drew, you start the final matchup in round 1 just because it's the way fate falls and the way it should be anyway. And you're gonna fucking love this. It's number 112 ranked. The Scarecrow featuring Amanda Somerville and Jordan Londay live versus number 33 ranked, the highest ranked song in this part of the bracket, The Tower from Metal Opera Part 1.
Whoa.
You see what I mean? You see why I'm half erect and fucking ready to have a heart attack?
Oh, God.
Man, I don't need to know the state of your arousal, brother.
The audience does.
Well, at least he's not standing up and showing you it and thrusting his crotch into the
I only did
like
that
he's done
once.
on other shows.
I only did that. I only did that once.
He wanted it. He was asking for it.
True, and he's not telling us about a handy he got to try to sell a song he likes.
Hey, Pendulum's like Harley. It has it from front to back. But I mean, no. Trust me. There was an episode of another bracket I was on about weed strains on 420, and there was a strain called Alaskan Thunderfuck. So I got up and I humped the fuck out of this.
There's a clip somewhere of him humping the screen.
It was called Alaskan Thunderfuck. You have to
hump the
screen.
We're not saying the name of the show.
Nope, we don't talk to those bastards.
Because we don't promote them.
Nope, they're fucking bitches. But Drew, is it Scarecrow Live or The Tower? I feel like I should be fucking having a stroke while I say that.
I think I'm going with The Tower on this one.
And
This is
Dean,
a tough one.
There's a card in the tarot called the Tower, and that song like encapsulated what that card is supposed to mean. I kind of dug it.
about losing the seal.
No, it's about disaster, but I mean, but it can also be a good card too. It depends. You have to know about reading tarot. Anyway, the Tower.
Trust me, I've interviewed dozens of tarot readers. Tarot is a fucked up mistress, but tarot can break your heart or fucking kill you. You don't know which way it's going to go. You don't know which way it's going to go. Even when you're getting the cards, you could be wrong about the reading. So,
but yeah, I'm going to go with the Tower. And I really can't complain about you thrusting at the screen. I used to be Kansas City's only fat male stripper, and there is video on YouTube because I posted it. In fact, I may have shared it with some of the people in this group.
Yes. Yes, he did share it with us in the chat.
I missed that, thank the fucking Lord. But
just scroll back up, it's there.
No, I've seen the Chris Farley Chippendales SNL skit. That's close enough.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Excuse me. I went further than Chris Farley, okay? I was down to a T-back. Just give me my props.
I'm just saying.
I don't need to see that. I don't need to fucking see that. But Harley, which way you want to go? The Tower or the Scarecrow?
Well, okay. I'm what I want to go with. I'm going to go with the Tower, but I say I should go with Scarecrow just to piss you off because your reaction of when you said the two. So I'm going to go with the Tower.
Okay, well, here's the funny thing. You're not going to, you wouldn't have pissed me off because Scarecrow's my number one. Scarecrow is the first.
Oh, well, then I'm glad I went with the Tower because that marked off your number one.
It could have lost anyway. It would have been a tiebreaker, and then Steve would have come down. Steve could have lost anyway, technically. I don't know, unless Steve says something that's about to piss me off in a minute. But Scarecrow was the first Avantasia song I ever heard, and it's what made me love Avantasia. Scarecrow is one of the most beautiful songs ever fucking written. The lyrics tell a story that is fucking amazing. Once again, the bagpipes, wherever the hell bagpipe sounding instrument is in the beginning of it, fucking make it incredible. I fucking love the Scarecrow. It's one of my favorite Avantasia songs. The Tower is my number 3. Like I said, these last two matchups are my top 4. Like, these are some of the best songs Avantasia has ever fucking written. And the Tower is such an epic Lord of the Rings type fantasy story that ties in religion. I actually brought the Metal Opera Part 2 onto a regular episode of this show where the guest was a rabbi. He was a rabbi and a Dungeons and Dragons player. So I'm like, fuck, Metal Opera Part 2 for him because he's going to fucking dig all the aspects of it. And I wasn't wrong. But he was like, where the hell's Part 1? Like,
fantastic stuff.
He was like, where's Part 1?
Oh my God.
He was like, where's Part 1? I'm like, that was a different episode. It's 2 albums. But, I mean, I'm not mad the Tower won. The Scarecrow will be in this again in its regular version, not the live version. That's the reason I could live with the Tower winning this.
Yeah, I think the studio version is definitely a better.
But that live was fucking incredible. That's one of the best lives I ever heard of a song. So, and that was from the Flying Opera. But which way would you have gone, Steve?
Oh, it wasn't even close for me, honestly. The live version, you guys know how I feel about live at this point. The Tower was my 4, so it was just super epic. I love the Tower. They were about 20 spaces apart, so the Tower was getting it.
And what's funny is that this playlist went from a song from their newest album to a song from their oldest album. Like, I love the way this. I mean, it was all mixed in the middle, obviously, but I love the way this playlist went from like end to beginning. Like, it kind of brings you home at the end because it's like Tower is what got a lot of people in. Like, that album got a lot of people into this fucking band. So it was a beautiful thing. It was kind of almost synchronicity in a way, but that means round one's officially over after an hour and 20 minutes. I knew this would be a hot one, but Jesus. But that means
we're hanging in there.
But Steve, I almost forgot. I heard an excellent live performance, but it was at an outdoor amphitheater. It was Evanescence.
Okay.
And it was really good, but I know seeing and hearing live is way different than recording it and putting it on an album. So
Absolutely.
I don't know if the experience would translate.
That it's really hard because seeing somebody like I mean I've been a touring musician for 20 something years at this point, and seeing a live performance is such a big aspect of enjoying the performance versus hearing. I've been to shows like I saw I was on tour in London, and Nick Cave, I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Nick Cave.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
So I'm a huge Nick Cave fan. He's probably my biggest inspiration musically, but Nick Cave was over there performing. It was right after his last book came out, The Death of Bunny Monroe. And he had a really cool, we had a night off, and I saw that they had a really like intimate show going on. The performance was incredible. I mean, he was doing excerpts from the book, and PJ Harvey was just in this audience, and somebody was like, if PJ Harvey was here, would you do Henry Lee? And he's like, if she was here. And he's like, she's right there. And they came down and performed, but I heard the live recording of that show, and it was not great, but being there was incredible. But the live recording of it was not
exactly. I've seen Slipknot live, and it was fucking incredible. I would not want to listen to a recording of it because it probably would be shit.
Right. It's hard to capture. Plus, again, you're missing that visual element.
I thought Amy Lee was gonna die. Boy, she was just. I thought she was gonna blow her voice out. She was just. Talk about metal. God, I love that concept.
Amy Lee is very close to the singer from Within Temptation. She's kind of like the European version of Amy Lee, and both of them are just such great singers. Like it's Sharon Van Adel, the singer from Within Temptation. Like I'd say she's a better version of Amy Lee, but she's fucking like CJ will back me up on like her voice is just phenomenal. She's done so many great albums, so many great combos with other famous singers like Tarja. But it's funny you say that because Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds I have a bracket for because it's Phil from the Aha-Has, one of his favorite bands too.
Oh, that's great. I love Nick Cave.
I think
all his stuff. The Birthday Party. What was the first band he's in? The Boys Next Door. Like all those bands.
I have a Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, but I want to say it's a 180 song bracket, but they did a lot of music apparently.
Are you using like all the only Bad Seed stuff, or are you doing like Grinder Man and all that stuff?
It's a Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds Spotify bracket, so it's everything they have on Spotify under that name. But there wasn't if there was a Nick Cave,
Frank Black and the
only a lot of live and demo stuff, and probably like another thing.
No, actually, I'm pretty sure 99% of his was all actual songs.
Oh, good.
But he doesn't have that much live out, I think, on Spotify. But well, folks, round 2 can get started off, and it's going to get started off by Dean, and it's Memory versus Heart.
Memory. I didn't love Heart.
And Harley?
Where's my notes? I lost my notes.
Sorry about that. Having technical difficulties tonight. What were the options?
Memory versus Heart.
Get 3 more powers in there, and we could make Captain Planet.
I know. I was gonna say that's a fucking that's a body matchup.
I guess let's do Memories. I don't know.
And well, I mean, Memory was my number 5. Heart was my number 23. So Memory gets my vote, and he gets the win, moving it into the quarterfinals. Which way would you have gone, Steve?
I have Memory and Heart were my, I believe, 10 and 11. So Memory beat it by 1.
And Drew, which way would you have gone?
I'm actually making it a sweep.
It's a sweep then. First sweep of round 2 already. This next matchup, may not. But it's going to get started off by Harley. It's Forever is a Long Time versus Wake Up the Moon.
Forever's a long time.
I'm going to be opposite on that because Wake Up to the Moon is my number 12, and Forever is a Long Time is my number 18. So they're close, but Wake Up to the Moon is just such a fucking amazing song off of Ghost Lights, so which is one of the best albums ever put out. But which way you want to go, Steve?
I have Wake Up to the Moon.
And Drew?
Wake Up to the Moon.
Wake Up to the Moon takes it. But which way would you have gone, Dean?
Wake Up to the Moon.
4-1. But that means that the next matchup gets started off by me, and it's Return to the Opera versus the Toymaster Live. And the Toymaster Live is my number 7. That's obviously getting my damn vote. It's one of my favorite songs by them, off Scarecrow. Return to the Opera is a new song, and it's good. My number 17, but it's not fucking amazing. But which way you want to go, Steve?
Return to the Opera. Toymaster Live was pretty low on my list, so
You should already know that. He said he does not like 99% of live
Either do
albums.
I. But I fucking like that song.
Because this one might be that 1%.
it could. You never know.
Yeah, but he ranked that one pretty low.
Hey, you got a problem with the 1%? There's going to be a certain orange guy that's going to have people show up at your door. Just saying. But Drew, which way you want to go?
Are you talking about one of the Muppets, like the one that used to host the game shows? Guy Smiley. Yeah. Are you talking
we'll
about
go
Guy
with that
Smiley?
one.
Guy Smiley, yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, cool.
Drew, which way you want to go?
I don't even remember what we're voting on.
Return to the Opera.
Versus Toymaster Live.
I'm going to go Toymaster on this one.
And Dean?
I liked Toymaster, so that's where I'm going.
Toymaster takes it. But which way would you have gone, Harley?
Return to the Opera.
This one's going my way so far. But the final matchup in this side of round 2 is going to get started off by Steve, and it's Chalice of Agony versus In My Defense.
By far, Chalice of Agony.
And Drew?
Ditto.
Dean?
Yep.
I'm having a shirt with that made pretty soon, actually. But it was an idea given me by a good friend, C.A. Knuble, a while back, to take Chancey's catchphrase, a yup, and put it on a shirt and put Maniacal Music Musings in the back with the logo. So I actually am talking to a company this week that will make my merchandise for free, and they only make it when it sells. So, and I get a commission everything it sells. So I'm like, fuck, let's talk. Why not? I got ideas.
Hell yeah.
And there's going to be one that's a hashtag Bracket Masters shirt just to piss off some people. But
I'll cop one of those. That's dope.
Yeah, I do that.
But which way do you want to go, Harley? Chalice of Agony or In My Defense?
Chalice of Agony.
And this is a fucking sweep. In My Defense should have made it past the first round, in my opinion. But that means the other side of the
round. I really
round.
like the song, but it really...
It shouldn't have beat off Death Is Just a Feeling. Death Is Just a Feeling is just such a creepy, amazing song.
Yeah.
Either version.
Agreed.
But the other side of round 2 is going to get started off by Drew. And it's Inside versus the Inmost Light. So it's an in matchup.
Ooh.
And Drew, don't get confused with your sexual relationship with Avantasia. Just because it's Inmost Light and Inside doesn't mean Fleshlight.
Yeah, no, that'll do it. Inside was what? It was Metal Opera, right?
Oh, that was definitely Metal Opera, yeah. So deep inside.
And Inmost Light, I want to say that was that
was
album, right?
That was Paranormal Society.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget, Inmost Light has Michael Kiske, but
yeah. I think I'm going to go Inside on this one.
Giggity. But Dean, which way you want to go?
True story about the Fleshlight. I used to work at Spencer's in the late 80s. And my first day there, they were showing me around things they sold at the store. One of the things they showed me was one of 2 dildos they had that they sold. And the gal was like embarrassed to show it to me, but she's like, and if they had asked for anything sort of different, we have one that lights up. And I thought, how would that improve the experience any? Anyway,
maybe the chick's a Star Wars fan, you know? I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. It all depends on how you handle it.
He's well aware, Harley. He's well aware. I hate that fucking movie and the fucking sequel. I rate.
I was just saying you're not looking forward to the sequel then.
I already hate the sequel.
Man in charge. I did, sir. He's my cousin.
I already hate the. I already hate
assholes.
I already hate the sequel before it fucking came out. So before it's even fucking filmed. So I already hate the sequel. But
it's a shame that we don't have those instant cassettes. You know, the ones that are out before the movie's finished.
Yeah. But which way you want?
On that one.
Which way you want to go, Dean?
Inside.
And Harley?
Inside.
So deep inside. But it's ain't a sweep. No fucking way in hell. Inmost Light was my number fucking Inside. Why can't Inmost Light was number 14. Inside was my number fucking 25. So I mean, yeah, Inmost Light fucking took it by like almost half the fucking list. But which way would you have gone, Steve?
I was Inmost Light's my number 2, and Inside's my 25. Wasn't even close.
I can't even believe that Inside fucking moved on. I really can't, but it's not going to be a next round. That's all that matters. But the next round can start off by Dean. It's Runaway Train versus The Haunting. Dean, come back in, Dean. Yeah, Dean.
I thought you said Steve.
No.
The Haunting. Sorry.
Steve's not here, man. But which way you want to go, Harley?
The Haunting.
Yeah, The Haunting was my number 8, so it's definitely getting my vote. Runaway Train was my number 13, not far off, but The Haunting definitely is such an amazing song. But which way do you want to go, Drew?
Why are we skipping
Steve? I was going to say, I'm sorry, Steve. Give me a fucking second.
I am the opposite again. I am Runaway Train. I had that one higher.
It wasn't that far off my list, dude. So I get that.
Yeah, they're not far off. They're 3 spaces away in my list. It's 20 and 23.
Oh, that's pretty fucking low for both. Jesus Christ. But Drew, which way you want to go?
I absolutely love both songs, but yeah, what he said.
Well, doesn't matter. You both lost. But that means the next matchup is going to get started off by Harley, and it's What Kind of Love versus Master of the Pendulum.
Master of the Pendulum.
You make it sound like a porn movie or a horrible horror movie.
Well, that's what it sounds like, a horrible porn movie.
Don't you know what the pendulum is? The pendulum is a powerful fucking mystical object.
Well, there you go. A porn movie. A
like
mystical object.
Like my
dick.
If
you've seen The Raven, there's a great pendulum scene in there.
Oh, I'm aware. And we'll get to Raven in another song in this bracket at some point. But
I'll take that.
And that means it's on me. Well, yeah, it's easy. What Kind of Love was my number 21, and Master of the Pendulum was my number 6. Master of the Pendulum is one of the best songs I've ever done. Like we said, the lyrics are so no one can sing that song karaoke and not fuck it up. I'm sure. I've yet to see anybody try, but I would love to see
somebody could.
Somebody maybe, but I mean, I would have to be pretty fucking gone to try it, and I would probably still be messing it up and not realizing it. So, which way you want to go, Steve?
I'm actually going What Kind of Love. That's my number 7, and Master of the Pendulum is 14. But I really the What Kind of Love the vocals were just so great. They were haunting. Beautiful.
Well, I mean that's because it's Somerville and Kiski, which they did 2 albums together, fucking sing songs like that. So yeah,
Right.
it's their thing. Like they got practice. But Drew, which way you want to go?
Master of the Pendulum.
And that means Master of the Pendulum does take it. It almost was a tiebreaker for Dean, but didn't go that way. Which way would you have gone, Dean?
Master of the Pendulum.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference. And we go into the final match of round 2. I have to start. Fuck. It's Arabesque versus the Tower. I want to go cry right now, but it's my number 2 versus my number 3. Like fuck me. But Arabesque takes it. I love both these songs with a raging heart on, but Arabesque just has many more elements, and it's just such a better song in a lot of ways. Like, so I gotta go with Arabesque, even though the Tower is fucking incredible. But which way you want to go, Steve?
I'm the Tower. Tower was my number 4. Arabesque was in the teens for me. Not that it was bad. It just I liked a lot. I liked the Tower better.
And if you listen to Arabesque, none of us knew it at the time, but in the middle, at the end, towards the end of it, he says, "Welcome to the Creep Show, welcome to the Freak Show," and then Creep Show ended up being like the big single off their next album, which none of us knew at the time, and it took me a little while to put together after the new album came out. But I was like, wait a minute. I listened to Arabesque, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, he fucking said it. He fucking announced what he was doing the next album for the big
Yeah,
single.
spoiler alert.
Well, he did it. I mean, he did it he did it in Moonglow too. Because what he said like in one of the songs, like "Welcome to the Paranormal Society." So I mean, he fucking does this shit, but his little fucking hints. But which way you want to go, Drew?
What were the choices again? It was the Tower and what?
Arabesque.
Arabesque.
I'm actually going to go the Tower on this one.
And Dean?
Tower.
It's my number 3. It's my number 3. Gonna keep saying that. It's my number 3. But which way would you have gone, Harley?
The Tower.
Fucking Christ, but I can't be mad. I really can't be mad. It's the fucking Tower.
We knew this was going to happen.
I didn't. I was hoping people would see the light. But it took me.
Reach out for the light.
Yeah, I keep telling myself. It took me a lot of times to get into Arabesque, so maybe everybody else will too eventually. But the quarterfinals can get started off by Steve, and it's Memory versus Wake Up to the Moon.
All right, let me find my list here again. Memory. And you said Wake Up to the Moon?
Yes.
Oh, this is a close one for me because Wake Up to the Moon is my 9 and Memory was my 10. So Wake Up to the Moon just barely edges it out.
Hey, Drew, you know about that. But which way you want to go, Harley?
I haven't gotten a text that she's listening yet, so I think I might be okay telling that story.
It would be one of those all caps, "You asshole." Fucking shit.
Honestly, she might have a good sense of humor about it, too. She's a fickle one that way.
I mean, she dated you, so, you know. But which way you want to go, Drew? Memory or Wake Up to the Moon?
I'm going to go Wake Up to the Moon on this one.
And Dean?
Wake Up to the Moon.
Wake Up to the Moon takes it and goes into the semifinals, but which way would you have gone, Harley?
Wake Up to the Moon.
And this is going to be a sweep because that's my... Actually, no, it's not. It's not a sweep. It's not a sweep. Wake Up to the Moon is my number 12. Memory was my number 5 because I have a lot of bad memories of horrible women. So Memory, the song Memory kind of like takes about memories haunting you, kind of like is a theme song for me. But that means Drew starts the next matchup, and it's Toy Master Live versus Chalice of Agony.
Because it's the live version, I'm going Chalice of Agony.
And Dean?
I was gonna say, if I heard the actual version, I'd probably go with Toymaster, but
You will eventually.
Chalice of Agony.
I am pretty damn sure Toymaster is going to be in the first part of this. Naturally, just to satisfy my everlasting curiosity. Oh, there are 5. Oh, there are 5 versions of it. Oh no, it's just because it's been this bracket 3 times already. There are 2 other versions of it, and actually, there's one in the next part of the bracket. I'm pretty sure. No, okay. Part 3 has the original, so part 3 will have the original, and there's an alternate version down the road as well, but which I forgot about. But which way you want to go, Harley?
Yep.
Chalice of Agony takes it, which I would have gone the opposite way because it's my 7 versus my 9, and Toymaster kind of went over that because Toymaster is just the second song that got me in Avantasia. It's the other versions of it, obviously, but still, I can't not put it in my top like fucking 7 apparently because it's fucking incredible. But and it's so creepy. It reminds me of that show with the new Spock on it that was on AMC for a couple seasons, about like the almost Santa Claus who sucked the life out of kids to keep young. It had the guy from Hero.
Nosferatu. Great
Yeah.
book, by the way. Owen
Yeah,
Hill is amazing. You almost can't tell he's Stephen King's son.
Hey, we respect Stephen King and everything he does in these shows, but I fucking love Stephen King. But his son doesn't go far off the old block.
No,
But
Joe Hill is really good. I like
He
it.
is. He is. That show is amazing. I heard the book was incredible. I just never had a chance to read anything since having kids. But
I definitely feel that.
But Harley, which way did you want to go? Oh, actually, you already went, didn't you?
Already
Oh
said.
yeah, Steve. Yeah.
This
Steve,
one
which way you wanna
wasn't
go?
even close for me. This is my 5 versus my 28. Chalice of Agony.
Well, Charles Agnew moved on, so y'all got your way. I'm fine with it. I'm really fine with it. There's 2 other versions of Toymaster in this fucking thing, so. But the other side of the quarterfinals, we'll get started off by Dean, and it's Inside versus The Haunting.
The Haunting.
And which way you want to go, Harley?
Inside.
So deep inside. But yeah, this is my number 8 versus my number 25. So The Haunting takes it from me. But which way you want to go, Drew? I mean, Steve. Fuck.
It's The Haunting for me on this one. Just barely, but The Haunting gets it.
Yeah, I'm going Haunting as well.
So The Haunting was just barely inside for you, Steve.
Just barely inside.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
But
That lights up.
just let's just stick it in for a minute, see how it feels. But that means that Harley gets to start off the last matchup in the quarterfinals, and it's going to be Master of the Pendulum versus the Tower. Ugh.
Master of the Pendulum.
Ooh, the way you said Master just made me get another fucking something. But this is my number fucking. It's my number 3 versus my number fucking 6. Like this is it's Tower. It's obviously the Tower, but it's still a fucking tough one. But which way you want to go, Steve?
The Tower. This was an easy one for me. It was the Tower.
It's only 3 apart mine. They're both in the top 10. So, but which way do you want to go, Drew?
Master of the Pendulum.
Which means Dean is the tiebreaker in the final quarterfinal matchup.
I was going to go with Master of the Pendulum. I don't see any reason to change that.
There goes your number 3.
I still got my number 6, so it's the highest ranked song. It's the highest ranked fucking song I got in this thing still, so I'll fucking take it. But, Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Oh, actually, yeah, it is the highest ranked one. But what's the other one? Oh, they're all my top. They're all my top 10. So, top 15, I guess. Top 15 is the best way to put it. But quarterfinal is officially over. And we can move on to the semifinals, which are going to get started off by me. And on the left side, it's Wake Up to the Moon versus Chalice of Agony. And Chalice of Agony is my number 9. Wake Up to the Moon is my number 12. It's the lowest ranked one I have left. So I'll go with Chalice of Agony, obviously. But some metal opera for... Got to keep at least one metal opera song left in this. Yeah, it's the only metal opera song left in this. So out of like 5 or 6. So got to keep it in there. But Steve, which way you want to go?
I'm Chalice of Agony. That was my number 5.
And Drew?
Chalice of Agony.
Which means Chalice of Agony moves into the finals. But which way would you have gone, Dean?
Yet.
And Harley?
Chalice of Agony.
Oh, we have a sweeper at the first half of the semifinals, folks. Fucking A. But the other side of the semifinals is going to get started off by Steve, and it's the Haunting versus the Pendulum versus Master of the Pendulum.
All right, let me see here. The Haunting, Master of the Pendulum. I'm gonna go Master of the Pendulum. That was my 14. The Haunting was 23 for me, so I'm Master of the Pendulum all day, baby. Let's go.
Go tell your wife that. But Drew, which way you want to go?
I love The Haunting, but it's no Master of the Pendulum.
And Dean?
Master of the Pendulum.
Which means we have our finals, folks, because Master of the Pendulum moves on. Making that very fucking difficult final, I will say. But Harley, which way would you have gone?
Master of Pendulum.
You keep saying that in your fucking porn voice, and I swear to God. But,
Okay.
but yeah, honestly, folks, we got sweeps on both sides of the semifinals because Master of the Pendulum, it's my 6 versus my 8, for fuck's sake. This whole side has just been closer and closer together the whole fucking time. I can't do anything but to escape it. But Master of the Pendulum was 2 above Haunting, so I do love the fucking lyrics in that song and the fucking way they sing it. So it moves on into the finals, which means it's finally time to start the 3rd and 4th place matchup before we get to the finals. And it's going to get started off by Drew. And the 3rd and 4th place matchup is number 77 ranked Wake Up to the Moon versus number 37 ranked The Haunting.
This time around, I got to go The Haunting.
And Dean?
Haunting.
And Harley?
What was it?
Wake Up to the Moon versus The Haunting.
The Haunting.
Which means The Haunting grabs 3rd place. I personally, yeah, it beats Haunting's 4 ahead of Wake Up to the Moon for me, so I would vote for it too. And which way would you have gone, Steve?
I was Wake Up to the Moon. That was my number 9. Haunting was a little higher, so I'm a loser.
At least 3rd and 4th place didn't go out with a sweep. But that means the finals for today are going to get started off by Dean, and it's number 74 ranked Chalice of Agony versus number 35 ranked Master of the Pendulum.
It's a tough one. I'm going to go with Master of the Pendulum.
And
Not by
Harley?
much, but emotionally it carries a little more weight to me.
And Harley?
I'm going with Masters of the Pendulum.
Yeah. Yeah, Master of the Pendulum was my number 6. Chalice of Agony number 9. They're fucking close. They are so close for me. But I fucking I love Master of the Pendulum. It's just such a good song. And any song that has the word master in it. I mean, I fucking love Master of Puppets. I fucking love there's a Nightwish song with the word master in it. I can't think of it at the moment. But fuck.
Didn't the Bloodhound Gang have a song called Masturbation Melody? Would that qualify?
I am not familiar with that song, no. But
Yeah, he's gonna have to go look it up.
There is a Bloodhound Gang bracket on my list. Just saying, mainly for the Bad Touch, but still it's on there. But which way would you have gone, Steve?
I was actually Chalice of Agony. That was my number 5. Master of the Pendulum was my 14, which I still really liked it, but Chalice of Agony was just awesome. So,
and Drew, which way would you have gone?
Chalice of Agony is a favorite, but it doesn't stand up to Master of the Pendulum.
Which means, folks, that we have our final 4 for the first part of this 5-part bracket. It's in 4th place, number 77 ranked Wake Up to the Moon. In 3rd place, number 37 ranked The Haunting. In 2nd place, number 74 ranked Chalice of Agony. And in 1st place, from Ghostlights, number 35 ranked Master of the Pendulum. And that will move on into the next part to take on the winner of that bracket. But, which will be back.
How many parts is this one going to be in?
5.
5.
It's 180 songs, so 5 parts. It breaks down. Actually, are there any planes in any of these, or is it just all 32s? Oh, it's actually, yeah, it's all 32s with one bye, with the number 1 ranked song getting a bye. So it worked out kind of perfectly. But Drew, where can they find you?
You can find me on all the socials, the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, yada yada yada. All Drewdaspriest, as you would see. I'm doing this backwards, right here on the screen. Drewdaspriest, and usually you can find me lurking on this podcast.
Oh, you weren't for a long time, but you're back again. Since it's your bracket, you ain't going fucking nowhere.
Oh, no.
You did Led Zeppelin for the longest.
But I only did one part of that so that I could swoop in and save the day by choosing Avantasia. You're welcome.
Hey, like I've been telling Phil, Led Zeppelin walks so Avantasia could run. But where can they find you, Dean?
Just look up Family Plot Podcast online. You'll either find us on a platform you can listen on, or you'll find our Twitter, you'll find our Blue Sky, you'll find our Threads, you'll find our Instagram. We're just all over the whole digital map. You might also find my book at Amazon, Hickman's Movie. If you like Cthulhian horror, you'll dig it.
Can you dig it?
We got to do a book swap.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Where you can tell them the name of your book. But Harley, where can they find you?
On the Asylum with Harley and Joker, Pair or Normal Guys, The Big Chat, and any of Jeremy's shows.
Gotta talk to Glenn. I should be on Paranormal Guys, not you. But Dean,
no, he needs that girl for his co-host. He don't want another sausage.
He likes tits to show off on his show to get ratings. I know that. But I don't blame him. But I really don't. I don't, but my tits are enough for my show, so I don't need a co-host. But
they're quite titillating.
That's why you're my co-host.
Yeah, I'm the titties in that show. But not Dean. Steve, where can they find you, and what have you done?
Well, you can find me by searching Steve Skax on pretty much anything. I'm at Steve Skax on all the social medias. If you Google Steve Skax, it'll pop up. You can go to steveskax.com or letsgoguy.com because that's my catchphrase. Let's go, guy. People know me as the most beautiful man on earth, the Reed Richards of Philadelphia hip hop. I have a lot of monikers. But yeah, you can also, since we're pitching books here, you can go on Amazon or wherever books are sold and search Invasion of the Punk Rockers Who Drink Blood. That is my fun horror book as well. So we got to do a book swap. I'm definitely down to trade them.
I gotta hook you up with Yahoo because they'll read your book and then bring you on their show to talk about it.
That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds super fun.
I gotta hook you up with them. But
or he could go on Glenn's show. Glenn does that too. And Glenn's on the radio in like Australia and the United Kingdom and
Stop underselling. Yeah, they're our friends. But
I'll do any show. I'm just having fun. So
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Is y'all amuse me greatly.
that's been my goal in life to amuse people. But
No one else listens when I tell my stupid stories. So there you go.
I've heard worse, especially by a certain bitch. But who calls himself a bastard? But you can find Maniacal Music Musings on any podcatcher. You can find us on Facebook as Squatchy Largefoot. You can find us on X and the Gram as @JuggaloBastard. And you could find us on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings. The only place to see everything we've fucking done. Because you switch pod host once, and you lose your whole fucking history of releasing.
Well,
Fucking
and now
life.
now your show's on the Asylum with Harley and Joker too.
It's fucking everywhere. I'm everywhere like a bad case of herpes. But
ooh.
come back in 2 weeks and see the next part of this bracket, and I guarantee there will be more erections and more hard decisions as we move forward. I fucking
Well, it
guarantee
only
it.
gets harder from here.
And that is what she said.
Two things.
Good job, Drew. But come back next time and see the next one, and check out our regular episodes every Tuesday with the music god by my side to usually hate my picks. But come back next time. Have a good one, everybody.